Salford City. We all know the story by now. Taken over by the class of 92 in 2014, the club enjoyed promotion from the National League and finally brought League 2 football to Moor Lane in 2019. Fast forward 5 years and the Ammies are on their 6th manager, sat 20th in the league, and it's fair to say it hasn't quite gone according to plan. With aspirations of competing against United and City, they're light years away from realising that goal. They can't even get one up on second place Stockport, the punching bag of Greater Manchester. The future's looking bleak at Moor Lane. Until now. Sir Marco's here to save the day, Salford City's new gaffer, and we're not done until we've taken Salford from League 2 all the way to Champions League glory. So let's get it. Here are the boys. Oh, it's good to be back. I hope you enjoyed that intro. Try something a little bit different. Anyway, enough faffing about. Let's go check out you, man. Bloody hell. Matt Smith. Look at the state of it. 32 pace. How do you expect me to work with this Gary? I'll be honest, mate. I don't think your 5 play styles are going to save you. You, on the other hand, you're exactly what I'm looking for. 23 and bags of potential. Oh, and he's got a game face as well. Elliot reeks of the captain's armband. He's definitely not a CDM though. We're going to give him the Decky Rice treatment. Just push him a bit further forward. And before we forget, let's lock him down on a 5-year contract. You're not going anywhere, our kid. He looks decent. 2-star weak foot though. Don't worry, we're going to get you trained up. Oh, and he's got a game face as well. Another youngster with a game face. We've struck gold, lads. Oh no, I spoke too soon. No, I'm sure Callum Hendry will do a job for us. You know what, on the whole, I'm actually pleasantly surprised about this team. Need a couple of new signings obviously to get out of League 2, but you know, it's not a sinking ship. We can definitely plug the holes. You look like League 2's answer to Zinchenko. Another kid with a game face. How many's that? I've lost count now. Giggsy's giving us 3 mil to play with. Well, actually, no, it's 2.6 mil. Cheeky bastard. Let's see what damage we can do with that. Oh, hang on. What a name. Sinclair Armstrong. 6 foot, from Ireland, 12 months left. Let's see what the scouts have to say. Sir Marco already knows about this boy. We don't need to scout him. You best believe he set his Tinder to Salford as soon as he signed with us. So lock up your missus, because he'll be scoring on and off the pitch. Welcome to Salford, Tiago Tracush. His name literally translates to hole, so I'll let you fill in the blanks, but we'll call him Tiago for now. He's easily got the best face scan in the game, just look at it. Anyway, he's 6'5" and we're in League 2, so let's play to your strengths, son. Right, after sorting out the coaches, we've got absolutely nothing left in the kitty, so we're going to have to sell a couple of you, man. Sorry, times are tough now. That should pad the wallet a little bit. Yeah, look at that, that's much better. Okay, now this next signing wasn't even on the cards, but when I found out he was still playing, I had to get him. Carl Jenkinson. This signing is more for me than it is you. 180,000 from Newcastle Jets. I can't believe he's still playing. I low-key think he's going to do a cracking job for us. I don't quite think it's going to be at right back. Yeah, it's definitely going to be centre back. A couple other names to add to the chopping block, and we all know he was going. Matt Smith has joined some Swiss team for 270, as well as Matty Lund to Peterborough. Hope that one doesn't come back to bite us. The scouts are done with that bloke from earlier. Oh my god. 89 pace, 74 physical. He's caught Sir Marco's eye, and we've wasted no time getting him in. Welcome to Salford, Sinclair Armstrong for 650,000. Showing great potential, great name, great stats, and great boots. I love these boots. I used to have them, actually. Top 3 Predator beyond Gylfi Sigurdsson and Adam Johnson. I've had a cracking idea. Please tell me he's still playing. Oh, he's retiring. That's devastating. That could have been a cracking little storyline. Gonna have to snag a free agent fullback because we simply cannot afford any of the ones I want now. So Naji's joined on a free. Couple other outgoings to make you aware of. Luamba has joined Shangzhou and Torrance has joined Swindon on loan. That's left us 700k for a January signing. This is how we're lining up. 4-4-F-2 with a big man and slightly smaller big man partnership up top. Hendry will be in and amongst it as well. Jenko starting centre back and Callum Morton out on the left. Now let's talk about the league. Anything less than a top 7 finish is a complete failure. Alright, we're all guns blazing for promotion this season. But if we don't finish above Stockport, I'm going to be fuming. League 2 football. Take a pick, it will last longer, because Sir Marco and the Solar South won't be sticking around for long. This is where the best Brexit ball is played. Just look at this challenge. First game of the season against Sutton United. And somehow he walks away with just a yellow card.
He could have been killed
Decky John's not phased though. He pops a 1-2 round his assailant with McCallany, drives forward, and Thiago's clearly forgot how offside works, but lucky for us, Hendry hasn't. The Scotsman scores the first goal for Salford under Sir Marco. Thiago with a pointless step over, gets the angle and just stings the glove of the keeper. Jenko, 1-on-1, showing he's just not a token signing, he can actually make a tackle. Now check this out, I didn't realise, you didn't realise, he apparently kept it to himself, but Callum Hendry has burners. Crosses it into Morton and he just heads it home for 2-0. Remember the name, lads. On the stroke of half time, it's Sutton's turn to attack. Clay dinks a lovely ball over the top. Sidibe Jr. dancing with it, and you'll never guess who scores. This Pratt shouldn't even be on the pitch.
It's a disgrace.
The second half rolls around and Morton decides to float one into our own box. I'm still not too sure what he was thinking. He must have had a bet on. If he goes all Ivan Toney on us, I won't be making him captain when he comes back. He'll be out on the dole, son. The Yellows pull one back through Kashket, and all of a sudden we've got a game on our hands. We can't be drawing our first game in League 2 to bottom of the table Sutton, and up steps our little gambler, Callum Morton. Bet if we had 3-1 on him scoring a brace, and now the little ginger's rolling in it. First game of the season, first win. Lovely stuff. We're away to Wimbledon next. Watt winning the ball from the high press, and it's Armstrong on the ball with quicker feet than Michael Flatley. Can he finish? No, he can't. It's a spoon into Rosette. Sinclair gets a second bite of the cherry, and with pace like Pato versus Barca in 2011, he burns through the defence and he absolutely buries it with his left foot, easily making up for his earlier miss. Callum Hendry making it 2-0 with a spanking effort across goal. It's quick feet, but it's no match for Vassal's 8-pack, and this is why I like the 4-4-2. Armstrong playing on the shoulder, bolts in behind the defence, he's on the edge of the box and he bides his time, waits for an option in the box, and it's our right mid McKellany with the finish, playing more with the front four than two up top. Hendry makes way for Thiago. It's Garbutt with the pullback to our tattooed Turk who spanks it off the underside of the bar. 2 games in and all our attacking players have got their name on the score sheet. It's great to see. It's a game of pinball off the post, and as it ricochets round the box, it's Reeves who slips it through to Tilly, and the crazy gang pull one back, but they're not finished there. Big bad lad Davison buries it home to make it 4-2. It didn't make a world of difference though, as we walk away with a dub at Plough Lane. We're off to the other side of Wimbledon next, as we paid MK Dons a visit. I think this was the first game we played in the away kit, and you know what? It is fire! 10 out of 10. The full black number is a little bit naughty. Probably on par with the Paris FC away kit. I did love that blue stripe. Anyway, young Ginge gets his shot blocked, and Malin says, "Sit down, young Padawan, and take notes." Someone help the old geezer up to his feet. He's only 27, 28, but he's one of the more senior players in the team amongst all these young ammies. Someone once said you can't win anything with kids. Well, Armstrong and Thiago will have something to say about that. These two linking up like prime Crouch and Defoe. This could be the making of a naughty little partnership. We had title contenders Gilles up at the Bando, and I don't know whether to call it the Peninsula or Moor Lane. I might stick with Moor Lane because you're only one bad pronunciation away from getting banned by the YouTube gods with with Peninsula. And Moor Lane's rich deep in history, and we want to build on that and create our own history. We need to rebuild the soul of Salford, invest in quality youngsters, and nurture and develop the young talent already at the club. This goal here is the prime example of that. Thiago comes on for Hendry, Malin does his man, Thiago pops it through to Callum Morton, and he makes no mistake with the finish, grabbing his second goal of the game against title contenders Gilles. McCallany grabbing an assist to complement his earlier opening goal. It's the duo linking up again on the break, and I'll tell you what, Morton's got some pace on him. Takes it across for the angle and composes himself, grabs his 4th of the game. Lads, we might have a gem on our hands. Currently donning the number 39, he feels more like a 7. I don't know, I might change him, might not. I'll have to think about it. Anyway, the final game of these highlights is home against Forest Green Rovers. 2-0 down under 20 minutes through Maddox and Stevens. It's not looking good, bruv. Hendry setting up the pretty boy, and it's the tatted Turk who pulls one back to keep us in the mix. But it's Osadebi on the stroke of half time who just wanders into the box and puts it on a silver platter for Stevens, and this beefcake claims his 2nd of the game. I don't know why we're dapping each other up. We're 3-1 down at home, lads. Get a grip. Looking for a way back into the game, and who's stepping up? It's young Callum Morton on the rebound. The man of the moment. Nagy with the tackle and punt, and that's not Cockney rhyming slang, by the way. Now on your marks, get set, go. Armstrong off of the races, he blitzes through the defence, takes it wide and he blasts it past the keeper. The Irishman rescues a point and saves our blushes against the vegans. Now let's go check where we are on the league table. Look at that, exactly where we want to be. 4 points off top and 2 points off the Hatters. That's the most important part. Now I don't want to upset the apple cart too much. These lads are on fire. But we can always do with reinforcements, especially gunning for promotion. No, Darcy, look, I've told you so many times, I don't want the Everton job. And you can keep Andre Gomez and all. I want Stanley Mills, a youngster with bags of potential, which is going to be wasted with you lot. Look at that, job done. No nonsense negotiations between two bacon geeseburgers. He looks like he'd boot your ball away after he asked for a touch. 6 month loan from the Toffees with a cheap option to buy next season. He looks decent for League 2. And 68 shooting at this level is nothing to turn your nose up at. Good to see our new signings have hit the ground running, but look at Callum Morton, he's doing bits. And it's for this reason we are not going to sell him for 1.4 mil. It will be an Ami right to the very end. Doesn't he look good in the black mercurials, by the way? Watt's now officially a centre mid, congratulations mate, and I've given him the new Predators to celebrate. Speaking of centre mids, we do need another one. And I was toying with the idea of Jack Rodwell, but I did just finish the Sunderland documentary and he's an absolute piece of work. I don't want him anywhere near our club. So we've gone for someone under the radar. With links to our class of 92 owners, this is a half realistic signing. Ex-Man United grad, Ethan Hamilton joins us from Lincoln for 200k plus Jez Davies. 6'2", a good all-rounder, great physical. I think that's a cracking deal. Plus he's Scottish, so he'll keep Callum Hendry company. And speaking of Hendry, I was going to swap him out for Tavares to compete for that rotating striker spot because he's pacey and I like his boots. But Hendry is doing well, so you guys will have to let me know how you feel about that one. These boots, by the way, are a work of art. Tiago, if you finish top bagsman, they're all yours, mate. Right, enough messing about. I'm happy with our January business. Now let's go and get promoted, shall we? The soul of Salford are bouncing, and it's because they can sense something special is happening here at Salford. Trust the process and Sir Marco will deliver, I promise you that. Nevertheless, it's going to be a challenge. League 2 is the hardest league to get into, and it's the hardest league to get out of. The English leagues are a slugfest. 46 games over 9 months, and 3 cup competitions in between. It is brutal. League 2 is a jungle. But the lion is the king of the jungle, and when the lion's hungry, he eats. After seeing off Grimsby at home, we're off to Doncaster, and unfortunately for them, we could smell blood. I'll tell you what, Madelin's got an absolute rocket on him. Careful lad, are you going to start making this a habit? Straight into the bottom left hand corner, keeper's got no chance. Precision personified. Rovers pull one back through Biggins, but it's nothing to worry about. In fact, it just edged us on. Morton, blistering pace, in front of goal. You already know the story by now. He's back on the score sheet, back where he belongs. To think we're only offered 1.4 mil for him, I mean that's insulting. You just know the fans have got a chant for him by now. And you know for a fact it's got the words Ginger Ninja in it. Especially in all black. It would be rude not to. We've completely dismantled the Rovers. Armstrong gunning it down on goal, and look at that finish. A hole-in-one performance by the Irishman. Back on home turf at Moor Lane against 6th place Barrow. Well, they were 6th last time I checked anyway. Armstrong getting the opener. But look at this absolute Brexit goal by Barrow. How has Carl Jenkinson not been fouled there? Can someone tell me? Someone please tell me, because I'm completely lost. You know for a fact if it was the other way around, it would have been given as a penalty. That's what I don't understand. Anyway, 2-1 down against someone we should be turning over. Hamilton stinging the gloves. Armstrong just completely flustered in front of goal. And then, check this out. The bloke who shouldn't even be on the pitch. Grabs his second of the game. It was a stonking effort though. Hamilton doing that Kai Havertz role. And Tiago pulls one back, making it 3-2. Got a little bit of hope here. Well, you think so anyway. Telford makes it 4-2 and then Sir Marco shoots him in the knee as they're celebrating. Petty stuff from the gaffer, but we're all here for it. Hamilton grabs an absolute stonking effort to complement his earlier assist. The Scotsman had a great game, but it was too little too late. I think that's our 7th or 8th loss of the season, and it's not ideal when the top of the table is just so tight. Hendry, I don't know how we got away with that goal, but we'll take it. And then he does a bloody Balotelli special. I mean, Tavares is only one phone call away, son. Don't push your luck. Armstrong and Mills linking up to make it 2-0, and the youngster's got his first goal for the Ammies. Hopefully the first of many. Thiago with a lovely bit of skill here, but he's got the turning circle with a double-decker bus. Couldn't think of my words there, but he's got a little bit of Zlatan in him, I think. I'm not too sure if it's just the tats or the attitude or the fact that he's a cheeky little so-and-so, but with games like this, he's a shoo-in for those beautiful purple superflies. Our Turkish delight blocking out the Zlatan comparisons with his hat-trick against Swindon. 5-0 it finishes, and it's the game we've kind of been waiting for all season. The Greater Manchester derby. Stockport versus Salford. Thiago keeps his rich vein of form going with a vicious volley past Jordan Smith. And there's not just bragging rights at stake here. Last time I checked, Stockport, Salford and Gillingham were battling out for a top 3 spot. Thiago gets it. There's a title at stake here. That Trevella puts us 2-1 up in the derby. If we keep it tight at the back, we should be able to keep our name in the hat for the title. But it's Wootton to grab the game levelling goal, and the Greater Manchester derby ends 2 apiece. Now let's go check where we are on the league table. Okay, calm. Dropping points to Stockport wasn't ideal, but we're still in the mix. 3 games left of the season, 2 points off Stockport, and we've got Notts County next. This is how we're lining up. Hamilton in for Malin. Other than that, it's the A team. Let's get it. Meadow Lane's no easy place to come and snatch a dub. 19,000 Magpies are here to cheer them on, and we've got to cut our way through the noise. 3 points here will put us top of the pack, and the Lions place is head of the Pride. Macaulay Langstaff is the obvious danger man with 42 goals for Notts last season, but it's the old dog, David McGoldrick, just waiting at the back post for an easy header. A poacher's goal from the old dog. They try the lock down our left hand side, whip across it, and it's Randall the little snake to put one in the back of the onion bag. We've been watertight all season long. I don't understand how we've turned into a sieve in the most important game of the season, and McGoldrick grabs his second. He's too good for this league. It's not fair. The man grabbed 25 goals for Derby last season. Don't worry lads, just keep your heads up. If you can put this... Oh no, it's Thiago with the rebound. We're back in it. Second half rolls around and it's Watt to win it with the high press in their half. Puts the ball into the sticks and it's Armstrong with a header just over the woodwork. Come on Sinclair, you can't be the second best Irishman on the pitch. Oh, wicked feat. Michael Flatley would be proud of that. Into the box and he makes no mistake. Absolutely crackens it off the underside of the bar, putting those gorgeous white and red preds to good use. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, Didzer. Just under 80 minutes on the clock, it's Garbutt gunning it down. Armstrong into Thiago and the Turkish delight pulls us back from the depths. Salford 3, Notts County 3. But somewhere in the crowd the fat lady sings and we share the spoils of war. Did we just bottle that? I don't know. We're still in third on goal difference. But if we thought Notts County was a tall order, we've got second place Wrexham up next. The only change is Morton up top, Mills and McKennany on the wings. Let's get it. This is why we love career mode. What a cracking storyline. 2 of the league's favourites to go up and we get them in our last 3 games of the season. Yes, we rescued a point against Notts County, but this is our chance at redemption. We can bunny hop Wrexham into second and be 1 point off Stockport with 3 points. If Mills can hit the bloody target. I didn't have great expectations for the youngster, but the less said about that, the better. Elliot Lee into Marriott and it's a big save from Cairns. He's been like a rock this season. Declan John, the loanee from Bolton's, had a quietly good season as well. He slips through Thiago, and let's be honest, we all know how this story ends by now. The Turk's writing his own history with the Ammies. This is fact, not fiction, and these first 24 chapters have been breathtaking. I feel a New York Times bestseller on the cards. But this isn't the script FC Hollywood has written. Mullen turns tilt inside out, and he levels the score. That's not even Paul Mullen. It looks like he was bought off Wish. We share the points at Moor Lane. And we could be in the spot of bother here. Thiago, just keep your nerve, mate. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. We've completely bottled it. Completely. Competing all season long for the title and now we've dropped to 4th. The definition of bottle jobs. Our only hope of automatic is praying that results at Gills, Stockport and Wrexham go our way and decimating relegation fodder Crawley Town. Mills drops to the bench, Morton back at left back and Armstrong's back up top. Let's get it. This is it, lads. Forget about the last 2 games. They're done. This is all that matters now. I want you to dig deep and show me what you're made of. Fight for each other and the badge on the front of your shirt, and the soul of Salford will remember the name on the back for years to come. This is your chance to build a legacy. Create history as the team that got promoted to League One and looked bloody good doing it. Our shot-stopping captain Alex Cairns leading from the back with some immense goalkeeping, and it's Armstrong knocking on the door, trying to find our way into this game. The cross from John's deflected, but it's Armstrong again to force a corner out of nothing. Garbutt puts the ball down, and as he searches far and wide, he finds his Turkish delight in the centre, totally unmarked. He puts us 1-0 up. Having a 6'5" striker on any team isn't a bad game plan. Set pieces win World Cups. It's done wonders for us in League 2. We go into the second half 1-0 up, but the game feels like it's on a knife's edge. We need that 2-goal cushion, and here he is, Callum Morton. He's one of our own with a Thierry Henry style finish into the bottom corner. He's given us a much needed breathing room. Cairns with a massive save, but it's McCallany gunning it down on goal. Can he make it 3-0? No, he can't. It's a big hand from Salford. Now what's wrong with this picture? It was Jenko playing Orsi on. He tries to take him down, but no bueno, and he buries it into the top right banjo. We've lost control of the game at this point. It's end-to-end stuff. But as we work our way into the box, it's Armstrong with a touch and Travello into the top left banjo. I'm so happy for him. He's finally got his well-deserved goal, and what a finish it is. I can't believe he was just chilling on a basic scout report. It's like he came gift wrapped. Tell me this isn't fate. Anyway, it's Suala with some fancy feet, some piss poor defending by me. I don't know what I'm doing here. And Orsi grabs his seconds. I might have to get him scouted. We need a fourth choice striker. McCallany into Armstrong once again. He could have had like 4 goals today, but I really don't care. We all know it will come in time. We've won 3-2, and Thiago looks happy. Let's go check the table, shall we? Oh, it's bloody bittersweet, isn't it? Stockport win the title by 1 point. At least we secured automatic promotion. None of that playoff nonsense. Kirk finishes top bagsman, but look at Thiago and Armstrong. 48 league goals between them in their first season. I think this is our partnership all the way to the Prem. Thiago finishes top bagsman, so we'll be getting those purple superflies next episode. Armstrong, I'm never taking those white and red Preds off you, but Callum Morton, 20-9 as a left mid, that is class, mate. Decky John's loan has expired. I might bring it back on the cheap next season. I'm not too sure, but either way, we're going to need a new right back. I've got mine a couple, man. What do we think? Kane Wilson from Derby, 24, a good all-rounder, about 1.3 million. Or this boy, Felix Bejmo from Arus Gymnastics Farling. A bit older at 26, but much better stats. 6'1", but could cost a pretty penny. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, do leave a like and subscribe if you want. And until next time, adios.